Sogard to the plate. The count is 3-2 and full. This season hitting .275. Enriquez now to the windup. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on. There's a high fly ball, but waiting there in center field's Pages for the easy out. So 1 out. Just like that, Enriquez last night came in and had to throw quite a few pitches in the game. He's out there tonight starting in a bullpen game for the Dodgers. So with 1 out, the Red Sox will now send up Rafaela. Rafaela comes in hitting .282, 11 home runs. First pitch swung on and fouled away. A 102-mile-an-hour sinker by Enriquez. He's throwing smoke, coming out early on him. So this season, 104 games, Rafaela hitting .282, 11 home runs and 52 ribbies. 1 out just to start of things. Enriquez looks down to Alfonso behind the plate, pitches way inside for ball 1, 102-mile-an-hour sinker. Dodgers and the Red Sox. A rematch of the 2018 World Series. Enriquez looks in. The 1-1 pitch. Outside the strike zone, but swung on. A little foul ball, and it's going to go back up into the stands as Freeman comes to take a look at it. And the count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rafaela hitting .282. Nice average. He's been a major part of the Red Sox being red hot of late, hitting key singles and bringing in some RBIs in much needed situations. So the 1-2 pitch from Enriquez on the way, and that just like that, whacked in to hit base hit, bounces in front of Pages, and Rafaela is aboard with a base hit. So with 1 out, 1 on, up comes Abreu. Abreu checking in, hitting .248 and 16 home runs and 53 ribbies this year. The pitch from Enriquez is taken outside, a curveball missing for ball 1. .106 games Abreu's played. The 1-0 pitch is taken half swing. They're going to look and say full swing. So the count is now 1-1 on the cutter. He tried to hold back on it and couldn't. Waiting on deck is Contreras for the Red Sox. Abreu from the left-hand side of the plate swings and misses at the fastball, 99-mile-an-hour fastball, and the count is now 1-2. It is indeed a bullpen game. Welcome in, D-Rock. Enriquez will start it off, and then Will Klein will come in after that. Those are the first 2 pitchers that have already been slated. Let's see how many innings they can get out of Enriquez since he pitched last night. The 1-2 pitch on the way to Abreu. Runner goes, pitch, the throw down from Alfonso. He's stolen it. Sliding head first, the ball goes into center, but nicely backed up by Pages, and Rafaela doesn't go any further than that, so he'll stop at second. Otani is back in the order in the DH tonight. No Muncy. We got Kike playing third in place of Muncy. So Enriquez, 15 pitch on the way. 2-2 count to Abreu. Swung on and a high fly ball waiting under it as Pages in center. He's there. He's got it for out number 2. So 2 outs, first inning, runner at second. Rafaela got that base hit, stole second. And now that'll bring up Contreras. Wilson Contreras comes in, playing first base. Hitting .289, 23 home runs and 67 ribbies. The pitch little inside. Sinker, 101 mile an hour sinker for ball one. Contreras waiting in. The 1-0 pitch. Low and outside on the slider, and the count is now 2-0. Rafaela dodging back and forth at second base in scoring position. See if Contreras can drive him home. Enriquez, 18th pitch of the inning on the way, taken for called strike one. Strike one, so its count is now 2-1 on the slider. This season, in 101 games, Contreras hitting .289, 23 home runs and 67 ribbies. The 2-1 pitch way outside the fastball, 101 mile an hour fastball for ball three. 3 balls, 1 strike to Contreras. This season with runners in scoring position, he's hitting .326, 7 doubles, 1 triple, and 6 home runs. So he is definitely a man handled with care when runners are in scoring position. Pitch is taken for called strike 2 on the slider. Now the count is full, 3-2, 2 outs. Got a runner at second, and now Enriquez has to go after him. He's already thrown 20 pitches. Contreras waits in. Let's see if Enriquez gives him one of those 101 mile an hour fastballs. A pitch swung on and missed. He blew him right down with a 100 mile an hour fastball, and down go the Red Sox. The score after a half an inning in Dodger Stadium, the Red Sox 0, the Dodgers coming up. And for the Dodgers, coming up, leading off, the first 3 hitters will be Ohtani, Pages, and Rojas. First time Rojas is getting to hit in the third slot this year. Kike's playing third base for him, but Rojas playing second base will be hitting in the 3rd slot. Batting 4th will be Freddie Freeman. 5th, Mookie Betts. 6th, Teoscar Hernandez played a big part in last night's game. Hitting 7th will be Tucker. 8th will be Kike, and 9th will be Alfonso in there for rushing today. So a little shuffling of the lineup by Dave Roberts. We see no Edmonds, no Muncy, and no rushing in the lineup. So giving those guys the evening off for now, and I guess we'll see if we see them later on in this game, pending how it goes in key situations if a pinch hitter's needed. So tomorrow's game will start at 6:10 Los Angeles time, 9:10 in the East Coast. So the Boston Red Sox coming in winning last night against the Athletics. They had to go extra innings and 10 innings to win that game. So now we see a well-rested Ohtani. He didn't play last night. So we get Ohtani tonight in the lineup. And like I said, no Edman, no Muncy, and no rushing. And on the mound for the Red Sox is Suarez. Ranger Suarez, a 3.02 ERA, 4.43 record, 95 innings, 103 strikeouts. First pitch is swung on and fouled away. Ohtani this season in 103 games, hitting .289, 23 home runs and 65 ribbies. Suarez looks down to Nevias behind the plate. The pitch is outside for ball 1. So the count is now 1-1 to Ohtani. Pitch is low for ball 2 on the curveball, just missing. Relatively warm night in Dodger Stadium. Let's see if we see some balls flying out of here like we did on Tuesday night when there was 7 home runs between the Dodgers and the Mariners. The 2-1 pitch swung on and missed. A sinker, and the count is now 2-2 to Ohtani. You got that right, D-Rock. They're bringing it. When Enriquez is on, throwing that fast. 67% say the Dodgers will win. So we got some Red Sox and the fans in. Welcome in. Pitch on the way is taken for strike 3 called, and down goes Ohtani. He was off yesterday and comes in here with his first at-bat, having a little off night. Let's see if he can get it together his second time up. So with 1 out, up comes Andy Pages. Pages singled in the first yesterday, came around and scored on Mookie Betts' double in the first inning, giving the Dodgers a 2-run lead. There's a pitch swung on and fouled away. A fastball, 92-mile-an-hour fastball by Suarez. This season, in 108 games, Pages hitting .269, 18 home runs, and 71 ribbies. The 0-1 pitch is outside for ball 1, the changeup. The count is now 1-1. The 1-1 pitch on the way, swung on and fouled line down the third base side. The cutter, and the count is now 1-2. One and two, the count to Pages. Nobody on, 1 out. Bottom of the first inning and no score. The 1-2 pitch is low for ball 2 on the slider missing. And the count is now 2-2. Two and two, the count to Pages. The pitch on the way. Low, curveball missing. Ball 3. Count is now full to Pages. Already Will Klein warming up in the bullpen, so maybe Enriquez will be only getting the 1 inning in. The 3-2 pitch is low for ball 4, and Pages is aboard. So just like the Red Sox getting a runner on in their first inning, the Dodgers get Pages on, and up comes Miguel Rojas. Miguel Rojas this season in 70 games, hitting .284, 3 home runs and 18 ribbies. The pitch on the way is taken for called strike 1 on the cutter. So 1 out, 1 on. Suarez first pitch is a strike to Rojas. The 0-1 pitch is low for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Suarez out of Venezuela, so we got Venezuela on Venezuela action right here with Miguel Rojas at the plate. The 1-1 pitch. There's a ground ball hit sharply down to the shortstop. He feeds over to the second, over to first, a double play, and down go the Dodgers just like that on a 6-4-3 double play. The score at the end of 1 complete inning, Dodgers 0, Red Sox 0. And leading off for the Red Sox coming up will be Yoshida, and Will Klein will be coming in to face Yoshida, Durbin, and Monastasio. And if anybody gets on, Durbin, the left fielder. So that double play went from shortstop Monastasio to Sugard down to Contreras, the 6-4-3 Red Sox double play to get them out of that first inning. And Will Klein will now be coming out there. Okay, so we're just about ready for the second inning. Will Klein goes up there with a record of 3-4, an ERA of 3.57. In 40 innings, he's got 46 strikeouts, 20 walks, and he's allowed 3 home runs. First pitch on the way is taken for called strike 1 to Yoshida. In 74 games, Yoshida's hitting .260, 4 home runs, and 19 ribbies. Yoshida, the DH for the Red Sox. Yoshida pitch swung on and missed. And it's now 0-2 on the 97-mile-an-hour fastball. So the 0-2 count to Yoshida. No outs, just the start of the second inning. No score. The pitch is low and in the dirt, bouncing up there in a curveball. So it's now 1-2. Pitch is a ground ball, hits sharply down to Freeman, backhands it, underhands quickly to Klein to get him at first base. Nice play by Will Klein running to get that backhanded feed from Freddie Freeman at first. So Freeman showing a nice backhand, underhand, Klein catching it on the run just to beat out Yoshida for out number 1. So with 1 out, Red Sox now send up Durbin to the plate. This season, Durbin hitting hitting .243 in 101 games, 10 home runs, 44 ribbies. Pitch on the way is outside. A sweeper, so the count is now 2-1 to Durbin. Two balls, 1 strike to Durbin. One out. Pitch on the way is high for ball 3. 3-1 now the count. Three balls, 1 strike to Durbin. The 3-1 pitch is just a little outside, and he'll lose him with a walk. So the Red Sox get yet another runner on base. They got one on in the first inning, and now they got one on in the second. Let's see if the Dodgers can buckle down and prevent him from scoring. Now that brings up Monasterio, the shortstop, coming up for the Red Sox. Monasterio in 68 games hitting .259, 6 home runs and 21 ribbies. 1 on, 1 out. First pitch is swung on and fouled away. Monasterio playing shortstop tonight. Klein's going to throw over to first. The ball's going to get by Freddie Freeman, and on to second base goes. Then he's going to go past second, head on to third. The throw, he's in there. And just like that, the Dodgers, being their own worst enemy, with Klein throwing a little bit of a throw over there, couldn't be handled by Freddie Freeman. And now, instead of having a runner at first, base, you got a runner at third. So Durbin now. Durbin at third. The pitch on the way is swung on and fouled back and out of play. Monasterio. Runner at third base. 0-2 the count to Monasterio. Klein's 0-2 pitch is taken for called strike three, and down he goes. So Will Klein, handling himself, gets the second out of the inning. And up comes Duran. Duran playing left field for the Red Sox. So Klein's just got to concentrate, take care of Duran, and he doesn't have to worry about the runner at third in Durbin. Let's see if he can do it. Righty on lefty action. The pitch is inside for strike one. Fastball, 98 mile an hour fastball from Klein. This season in 101 games, Duran's hitting a 195, 13 home runs and 54 ribbies. Oh and 1 the count to Duran. Durbin at third base. 2 outs in the second inning. Klein trying to buckle down and take care of Duran right now. Pitch is way high for ball one. Fastball, 98 mile an hour fastball. Alfonso had to get out of his crouch to catch it. And the count is now 1-1. Waiting on deck, the catcher, Nevius, for the Red Sox. Klein looks in. The 1-1 pitch is way inside and a sweeper for 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to Duran. We're in the second inning. The 2-1 pitch swung on and missed on a fastball. 95 mile an hour fastball. The count is now 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to Duran. Waiting in. Klein looks down, gets the sign from Alfonso. The pitch swung on and fouled away. Waiting in, the pitch on the way to Duran is taken high for ball 3, and now it's a full count. "3-2, there's a ground ball hit up the middle, base hit, and in comes Durbin to score, and the Red Sox draw first blood in this game, taking a 1-0 lead. So that error, the wild throw from Klein to Freeman at first, results in a Red Sox run. Otherwise, if he doesn't do that, you got runner at second and first. Instead, he comes home to score on that 2-base error. And up comes Nevius, the catcher. So Klein being his own worst enemy, walking Durbin, and then he throws the ball wildly over to Freeman. There's a swing and a miss by Nevius at the fastball. The count is now 0-1. This season, Carlos Nevius hitting 193, 3 home runs and 9 ribbies at the plate. Red Sox 1, Dodgers 0. And the 0-1 pitch Swung on and fouled back and out of play. 0-2. So if you joined us a little late, Klein, his own worst enemy, walked Durbin, and then he threw over to first base. The ball gets by Freeman, and 2-run score. Here's a pitch. It gets away from Alfonso, and now the runner will take second, and now he's got another man in scoring position. A pitch that, breaking ball that Alfonso couldn't handle, gets by him and past him, and now you got a runner at second, and Nevius at the plate. So Klein is working it. His 24th pitch on the way. There's a ground ball foul along the third base line. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Red Sox 1, Dodgers nothing. We're in the second inning with 2 outs. The Red Sox have a man on second ready to score again if Nevius can do anything at the plate. Now's the time for Klein to buckle down and go after him. And he does just that for strike 3, punches him out looking. And that'll do it. So the Dodgers are out of that little jam that they put themselves in. The score after 1.5 innings, Red Sox 1, Dodgers nothing. And for the Dodgers, coming up now in the bottom of the second, it'll be Freeman, Betts, and Hernandez. Teoscar Hernandez. So let's see if the Dodgers send Klein out there again for a second inning of work. They didn't show anybody warming up in the bullpen. He threw 25 pitches to get out of that, so one nothing, Dodgers trailing. Bullpen game for the Dodgers. Henriquez started the first inning, got out of it, and then Will Klein starts the second inning and promptly walks Durbin. Durbin is at first base. Klein tries to pick him off, throws the ball over to first. It gets by Freddie Freeman, goes in, ricochets off the dugout into right field, and Durbin goes from first to third, and then he's brought home on a single, scoring, and it's 1-0. So that's where we're at in this game. 1-0 Red Sox lead. And so the Dodgers, yet again, if they're going to win this game, will have to come from behind. Freddie Freeman up at the plate in 106 games, hitting .301, 15 home runs, and 53 ribbies. The first pitch from Suarez is taken for called strike 1, is sinker. Red Sox 1, Dodgers nothing. We're in the second inning as Freeman climbs in. The 0-1 pitch is taken low and in the dirt, a slider. And the count is now 1-1 to Freddie Freeman. The 1-1 pitch on the way is low for ball 2 on the slider. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Freddie. The chat is open. There's a poll question if you'd like to vote on it. If you haven't done so already, 71% say Dodgers will win. This pitch on the way is taken low for ball 3. Three balls, 1 strike to Freeman. What you gonna do, Suarez? The pitch swung on and missed. And it's now full count at 3-2. The pitch is fouled back, takes a little piece of the catcher Nevias behind the plate as he goes down to all fours. And he'll have to walk that off. As Freddie Freeman swung on it, it hit him right in the right thigh, right the part where the chin guard does not cover, and he needed to take a little break on that one. Suarez, 20th pitch to Freddie Freeman. Full count. Pitcher's a ground ball hit off the rubber. Nicely played by Monasterio behind the first, behind second. Throws over in time to get Freddie Freeman at first. And there's one out. So that ball ricocheted right off of the pitcher's mound, and right waiting behind second base was a shortstop, Monasterio, to glove it and throw over to Contreras for the out, the first out of this inning. And up comes Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts got that 2-run double yesterday in the first inning to start things for the Dodgers. They got 2 runs out of that. Dodgers got that 2-run lead and went on to win it from there with help of a 3-run home run by Dalton Rushing, who's not in the game tonight thus far. So 1-0 Red Sox lead. The pitch on the way is low. Changeup missing, and the count is now 1-1 to Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts has now played 7 seasons for the Dodgers. He played 6 for the Red Sox. Now he's been here longer as a Dodger than he was as a Red Sox. The pitch is taken curveball for strike 2. And the Dodgers, Mookie will challenge and he'll lose the challenge. It'll still be a strike. And the Dodgers now, early on in this game, are down to 1 challenge left. 1 out, second inning, 1-2 the count to Betts. Pitch is high on the cutter for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Teoscar waiting on deck. The 2-2 pitch. Oh, he got him looking right there on the fastball, and down goes Mookie for out number 2. Caught Mookie looking, and Teoscar now coming up. Teoscar yesterday hit a nice home run to dead center field when they needed it, mostly in the 6th inning, insurance run. Let's see what Teoscar can do now. Pitch is taken for called strike 1. 0-1 the count to Hernandez. Suarez to the windup, the 0-1 pitch. Taken inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Hernandez. Red Sox 1, Dodgers nothing. There's a ground ball hit to Contreras, who nicely played underhand to Suarez to get Teoscar at first. And that'll do it for the Dodgers in the second. The score after 2 complete innings, Red Sox 1, Dodgers 0. You're right, D-Rock. It is a little messy out there. The flow of the game just not moving yet the Dodgers' way with bullpen games. We'll see if Klein is going to go out there again. Like I said, I didn't see anybody warming up in the bullpen for the Dodgers. One nothing Dodgers trailing. Will came a little late and missed it. Klein walked Durbin. He got to first base. A couple of pitches later, Klein tries to throw over to first to pick him off. The ball gets by Freddie Freeman, and Durbin moves from first to third. And then Durbin was singled home, and that's where we're at, 1-0. Red Sox lead. So that was the Durbin and Duran combination. Duran singled home Durbin in the second inning, and that's how the Red Sox got their run. So now we move to the third inning, and the top of the order we go. Klein out there for his second inning of work. The pitch on the way is taken for called strike one to Sogard. Sogard flying out his first time up. Pitch is low and inside, a slider missing, and the count is now 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, there's a ground ball hit sharply and through past the third baseman for the Dodgers and into left field. Kike not able to handle that. And Sogard's aboard, and up comes Rafaela. Cole Irvin, lefty, warming up in the bullpen for the Dodgers, getting ready to make his debut as a Dodger. Pitch on the way is outside. Sweeper for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes to Rafaela. He singled in the first inning. He was left stranded at second. Pitch is strike one, fastball. So 1-1 the count to Rafaela. 1 on, no outs. We're in the third inning with the Red Sox leading 1-0. One fouled away. Yeah, Suarez. ERA Dodgers should be able to jump on him the second time around the lineup in the next inning. Dodgers have yet to get a hit against Suarez. The pitch is fouled away. Rafaela waiting in. The 1-2 pitch on the way from Klein. Whacked, base hit into right field, fielded by Tucker, and now there's 2 Red Sox on. And moving over to third base goes Sogard, and now you got runners at first and third and nobody out. So Klein becoming his own worst enemy here. He's given up 2 singles in this inning. So 2 on, no outs. Red Sox already lead 1-0. And up comes Bobby Abreu at the plate. William Abreu. Check that. Pitch is taken for strike one. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed, and the count is now 0-2. So Klein, he's got to strike out Abreu right here. Then you can put yourself in position to get that double play. Go after him. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He does just that. So nicely done by Will Klein. After giving up 2 singles, he goes right after Abreu and strikes him out. And now up comes Contreras for the Red Sox, the first baseman. So Klein throwing the ball right down the middle, saying, look at me now, come after me. See if you can hit my best. And he wasn't able to do it. And now Contreras is up there with 1 out and 2 on. Pitch is high, chin music, down goes Contreras. He folded like a suitcase on that one just to get out of the way. So if Contreras wasn't fully awake and into this game, he is now, with that high riding fastball right near the chin, and the count is now 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch is swung on and missed, a sweeper a little outside. So Contreras is certainly fired up now. Takes a big sigh of relief of breath on that. Klein has thrown 38 pitches. Contreras is dialed in now. The pitch, way hard, hit him near the head. Let's see where he just went down, and he's on, maybe in the ear hole. Alfonso's between the two, the catcher for the Dodgers, and that was a scary sight. Klein came down to check on him, make sure he was okay. Let's see the replay where that hit him at. And indeed, right in the back of the ear hole, covering on the helmet. So the first one was chin music, and the second one was right in his, just past his ear on the head. You have to wonder if there'd be a So this series just got a whole lot more interesting now. See if the Red Sox pay back on that one. The Dodgers later on. Meanwhile, that'll do it for Will Klein. He's out of there. The bases are loaded and there's 1 out. So Klein leaves after throwing 39 pitches, and up comes Cole Irvin, for his Dodger debut. That was scary. Right to the head. And Contreras cleaning off the cobwebs out of that one. So Yoshida will now be at the plate facing Cole Irvin. So Cole Irvin, lefty coming in, he's 6'4", 235-pounder out of Anaheim, California. So a local boy making his Dodger debut right now against the Red Sox. "32-year-old So Will Klein puts the Dodgers in a sticky, tough situation now, leaving with the bases loaded and only 1 out. Imagine being Cole Irvin right now, coming in. The pitch is taken for called strike 1 to Yoshida. Lefty Irvin breaking off a dandy cutter on that one. This season in AAA, Cole Irvin has a 3.58 ERA, 55 strikeouts. The pitch swung on. There's a little ground ball hit sharply to Freeman. He backs up, can't handle it. Ball gets by him, and in comes a 1 run for the Red Sox. The bases remain loaded. No, 2 runs scored. So now it's 3-0 for the Red Sox. And now you got runners at first and second. That ball caught Freddie Freeman just in between hops. He tried to back up and backhand it, and the ball got past him. He was caught in no man's land on that one. So Contreras takes second, Yoshida's at first, and up comes Durbin. So with 1 out, 2 on, and a 3-0 Red Sox lead, Irvin serves up a sinker for strike 1. That looked way out of the strike zone. A nice gift for Irvin. So the count is 0-1. Durbin walked and then scored a run brought in by Duran. There's a pitch, a high fly ball out to left field. Teoscar is under it. He's there. He's got it for out number 2. Contreras at second, still taking the helmet off, feeling around his left ear and where that ball nailed him. I wonder if they put these, give these guys that are hit in the head like Contreras was, concussion protocol. So Monastasio now coming up. 2 outs, 2 on. We're in the 3rd inning. Red Sox lead 3-0. First pitch is swung on and lined foul down the third base line. Shortstop Monastasio out of Caracas, Venezuela. Yet another Venezuelan in the game. And the 0-1 pitch. Swung on. There's a high fly ball. Pages moving over. He's got it. Nice running catch. Making it. Leaping as he's running along the way. So that'll do it for the Red Sox in the 3rd inning. But not before they scored 2 more runs on 2 hits. The score after 2.5. Red Sox 3. Dodgers 0. Dodgers have come from behind in 32 games, and they're going to have to make it number 33 if they plan on winning this game. For the Dodgers, it'll be they'll be sending up Tucker, Kike, and Alfonso. Dodgers have yet to get a hit. They've gone out in order in the 2 innings. Actually, yeah, they got a double play, so that's why they're still in 7, 8, and 9 hitters. If anybody gets on Ohtani, because they did have a runner on, they hit into that double play Hernandez did. So Red Sox leading 3-0. As D-Rock said, it's a messy game and still messy. So now that Klein's gone, let's see if the Dodgers will settle down. Klein was the culprit for getting the Dodgers off to the wrong start, walking a player, and then he moved around the bases to score the first run. And then Klein gave up 2 singles. Those guys came in to score. After Klein was out, those 3 runs will be charged to Klein. It is Kyle Tucker bobblehead day at the stadium, and Kyle Tucker coming up to the plate right now. So let's see if Kyle Tucker can get things started in the right foot for the Dodgers. They haven't even gotten a hit in this game yet on his bobblehead night. Suarez pitch is a shot line foul down the first base line, a sinker. 89-mile-an-hour sinker line foul, and the count is now 0-1 to Tucker. Suarez has only thrown 30 pitches thus far. There's a ground ball hit sharply down to the first baseman, Contreras. He handles it. He does it himself for out number 1. Walks it on over to first base, and there's 1 out in the 3rd inning, and up comes Kike. Kike playing third base in place of Muncy tonight. Let's see if he can get something started. Kike out of Puerto Rico, facing the man from Caracas, Venezuela. The pitch is taken for called strike 1. Fastball. And the count is now 0-1. Suarez to the windup. The 0-1 pitch way high and outside for ball one. 1-1 to count. The 1-1 pitch. There's a ground ball hit sharply down to Monastasio. He gloves it, twirls, throws, got him at first base. Nice play by Monastasio as he gloved that ball, diving, and then turned 360 degrees to throw him out. So a major league play indeed by Monastasio to handle that one, to just beat Kike hustling down the line. So now with 2 outs, the Dodgers send up Alfonso, the catcher. Suarez has yet to give up a hit. There's a little bunt. He's going to try to run it on Suarez. Backhand throws. Got him for out number 3. So Alfonso trying to break up the no-hitter with a little bunt, and to no avail. The score after 3 complete innings in Los Angeles, the Red Sox 3, the Dodgers nothing. You're right, D-Rock. Dodgers got to do something. It all starts. They got to shift up this momentum, as I see Alfonso trying to bunt and get on. That didn't work. Suarez still pitching a no-hitter through 3 innings. Meanwhile, the Dodgers have used 3 pitchers, and they've managed to give up 3 runs on 5 hits. For the Red Sox, it'll be Duran, Neves, and the top of the order, Sogard. %80 of the people who have voted in the chat say the Dodgers will win. So the faithful have not given up yet. Red Sox scored 1 in the second and 2 in the third. And here they come up now in the 4th inning. Looks like Cole Irvin is still going to be out there pitching. Max Muncy Game 7 home run bobblehead August 10th on a Monday against the Royals. That given out to the first 40,000 fans in attendance. So as the sun slowly sinks into the west here at Dodger Stadium, a beautiful night, but not so much for the Dodgers and their fans as they trail 3-0. Looking around, panning at the stadium, I really thought it would be a lot more sold out for 2 reasons. It's the Red Sox and it's bobblehead night. The pitches, check swing, you're going to say no on the sinker, and the count is now 1 ball and no strikes to Duran. Duran 1 for 1. He got the base hit that brought in Durbin in the 2nd inning. Pitch is swung on and missed. So Duran check it in from the left-hand side of the plate. The pitch is taken for called strike 2 on the fastball. Duran playing left field. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Duran from Corona swung on and fouled back. Duran, 6 foot, 205 pounder out of Corona, California. And the 1-2 pitch swung on and foul. So 1-2 the count to Duran. No outs. We're in the fourth inning. Red Sox leading 3-0. Irvin has thrown 12 pitches. That one's fouled away on the fastball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Duran. Pitch, there's a high fly ball moving over, coming quickly is Hernandez. He can't get it. It's going to bounce in front of him, but at least he keeps the ball in front of him as Duran is aboard with a base hit. So already the Red Sox have 8 base runners on in this game. Dodgers, meanwhile, only had 1 base runner on, and they was quickly shot into a double play in this game. So a tale of 2 totally different stories from each side of the field, as the Dodgers haven't been able to get anything started against Suarez. Meanwhile, Nevias comes up 0 for 1 in his first plate appearance and taken outside for ball 1 on the sinker. So no outs. Duran at first base, 1 on, and the Red Sox lead 3-0. Pitch is swung on and missed, and the count is now 1-1. Nevias struck out in his first at-bat. One ball, 1 strike to Nevias. 1 on, no outs in the fourth. And the pitch swung on and fouled back on the fastball. 92-mile-an-hour fastball. So the Dodgers this evening have had 3 different pitchers in this bullpen game. Started out with Henriquez throwing a 101-mile-an-hour fastball. Then they went to Will Klein, who was throwing a 98, and now down to Irvin throwing a 92. The pitch bounces up there on the cutter, and it's now a 2-2 count. So as they continue going down the line with the pitchers, the fastball gets a little bit slower each time. Irvin's now thrown 17 pitches. And the 2-2 pitch on the way is a high fly foul back and out of play to Nevias. Waiting on deck is Sogard, coming up for his 3rd time already. The Dodgers haven't even batted around once. That's how much the disparity of this game has been so lopsided. It's only 3-0, but it seems like it would be a lot worse. Pitch is way outside on the changeup, and now the count is full at 3-2. Red Sox, 3 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. The Dodgers, no runs, no hits, and 1 error. The 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and down he goes. So that's Irvin's first strikeout, and the first out of the inning for the Red Sox. And that'll now bring up Sogard, the top of the order for the Red Sox. Meanwhile, if you're keeping track of the Jumbo Jack offer, the Dodgers have 5 strikeouts, need to get 7. So only 2 strikeouts short of that. The pitch on the way to Sogard is high for ball 1. Nick Sogard has singled and scored a run. 1 on, 1 out. And the 1-0 pitch on the way from Irvin is outside the changeup, missing for ball 2. If you're joining a little late, this game has been all Red Sox. It's only 3-0, but the Dodgers haven't even gotten a hit in 3 innings. The 2-0 pitch is inside, the sinker missing, and now it's 3-0 the count. Every time I see the Dodgers do a bullpen game, I kind of think, well, it sounds like they're going to punt in this game. The 3-0 pitch is outside for ball 4. So 4 straight pitches and Sogard's aboard with 4 straight balls. And up comes Raffaella, laughing all the way at the plate. He's 2 for 2 in this game. So Raffaella, 2 at-bats, he scored a run, he's got 2 hits, and he comes up there now with a chance to hurt the Dodgers again with a runner in scoring position. The pitch is taken for called strike 1 on the cutter, and the count is now 0-1. The 0-1 pitch to Raffaella is a little number down to the shortstop. Betsy nicely played to the second for 1. Crossed to first, safe. He didn't get the double play, but Mookie Betts throwing over to Rojas to Freeman. So they get 1 on the 6-4 fielder's choice putout. Now there's 2 outs with runners at first and third, as Mookie did a nice job catching that on the short hop and started his throw. Immediately got it out of the glove quickly, and so did Rojas, but hustling down the line was Raffaella, not giving up an inch. Shows you again what hustle can do and how important it is to have on your team, as he just legged out that throw from Rojas to Freeman. So with 2 on, 2 outs, we're in the 4th inning. Red Sox lead 3-0, and up comes Abreu. Pitch is swung on and fouled away at the plate. Oh, and 1 the count to Abreu. Raffaella at first base. Duran's at third. The pitch swung on and fouled back. Now fastball, 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Now Irvin has him 0-2. Let's see if he can strike him out right here and get the Dodgers' 6th strikeout of the game. Raffaella, in case you're wondering, he's out of Curio, little island in the Caribbean. The 0-2 pitch swung on and missed, and down he goes. Nicely pitched by Irvin to get the Dodgers out of that inning, as down goes Abreu, and the score after 3.5, the Red Sox lead 3-0. I'll be right back after this very short timeout.
In the beaches we gather, excitement on fire, Dodgers on the field, hearts soaring higher, never lost in the moment, Romo at the game, broadcasting the thrill, it will never be the same. For every home run, we rise and we cheer, Dodgers play on, bringing summer near.
Okay, back to live action at Dodger Stadium as we move into the bottom of the 4th inning. And as D-Rock has said, Dodgers got to do something. They got to get some kind of mojo moving in the right direction. Suarez, as was pointed out by D-Rock, has a 3.02 ERA, so he's due to start giving up some runs. Here's a pitch fouled away by Ohtani, and the count is now 0-1. So Suarez, we move to the fourth inning, has yet to give up a hit. And now he's going to face the Dodgers for the second time around. Pitch is just a little outside for a 1-1 count. Shohei struck out to start things for the Dodgers as he's 0 for 1 on the evening. Suarez to the windup, the pitch taken for called strike 2 on the fastball. His fastball is only 93. I say only because we saw Henriquez throwing 101 to start this game. Pitch lunged for and swung at and fouled away by Ohtani, and the count is now 1-2. One and two, the count to Ohtani. Swung on and fouled away. Red Sox 3, Dodgers nothing. We're in the fourth inning, and a 1-2 pitch to Ohtani. Swung on. There's a high fly ball. It's going to bounce and go all the way to the wall, up the alley, as Ohtani will round first and slide into second base with a double. So Duran had to cut that ball off before it went to the wall, but nonetheless, Ohtani was out of the batter's box, sore knee or not, motoring around first base and sliding into second base. So Ohtani's aboard, and this may be the thing that D-Rock was talking about. Gets the mojo started. One on. No outs. Pages to the plate. He walked his first time up. Let's see if Pages can drive home Ohtani. Pitch is taken for strike one on the curveball. 0-1 the count to Pages. Ohtani gets a double and the Dodgers' first hit of the game. Pitch swung on and missed on the changeup. Suarez out of Venezuela. Pages out of Cuba. A little international flavor with Ohtani from Japan at second base. 0-2 the count to Pages. Red Sox lead 3-0. We're in the fourth inning. Dodgers trying to get something started right here, right now. Swung on. There's a shot down to Monastasio. At short, he's going to throw out Pages for a 6-3 putout. And there's now one out for the Dodgers. Ohtani stays at second base. And now up comes Rojas to face his fellow Venezuelan pitcher. Pitch is high for ball one. The cutter missing badly. So 1 ball, no strikes to Rojas. He grounded into a double play in the first inning. That killed any chances for the Dodgers to get something on the board. There's a pitch is high for ball 2. So Ohtani at second, 1 out. He got a double to lead things off here in the fourth. And now Rojas is up there with 1 out and a 2-0 count. Pitches outside for ball 3 and the curveball missing. The 3-0 pitch taken for called strike one on the fastball. D-Rock doing a mojo chant. Hubba Bubba Mugaboo, Hubba Bubba Mugaboo, as he's trying to bring home some good juju for the Dodgers. And it may have worked shortly after that chant. Ohtani got a double. Swing and a miss by Rojas. on the sinker, and the count is now 3-2. Three balls, two strikes to Rojas. Dodgers trailing the Red Sox 3-0. We're only in the fourth inning. Pitch is swung on and fouled down the third base line. Count remains 3-2, and Suarez has now thrown 50 pitches. So the Dodgers really haven't made Suarez work at all, going out in order the first 3 innings. And thus his pitch count has been fairly low. The 3-2 pitch, it's a high fly ball. He's going to be out in center field, and waiting for it is Rafaela. He'll make the catch. He's going to throw it in, but Ohtani's going to tag and go to third base. And with 2 outs, Ohtani at third, and up comes Freddie Freeman. So Freddie Freeman grounded out in his first at-bat. Now looking to drive home Ohtani and get the Dodgers on the scoreboard. It all starts with 1, just like what the Red Sox did in the second inning, getting their first run in to lead 1-0. That was against Will Klein. Klein walked Durbin, and then Duran singled him home after Klein wild through over to first base to try to pick him off. We're in the fourth inning, 2 outs, Freeman to the plate. Swung on and missed by Freddie on the slider, and the count is now 0-1. The 0-1 pitch to Freeman. There's a shot line, base hit into center field, and in comes Ohtani for the first run of the game. And the Dodger fans are alive and awake on Freddie Freeman's single to center field. So 3-1's a score now as Ohtani gets a bunch of 5s as he goes into the dugout. And now that'll bring up Mookie Betts, the former Red Sox. And now the Red Sox will have a meeting at the mound. So hopefully that'll bring the Dodgers some good luck here. Fourth inning, 1 on, 2 outs. Red Sox 3, Dodgers 1. Dodgers trying to rally. They've come from behind 32 times this year, second most in baseball. And if they're going to win this game, they're going to have to come from behind for the 33rd time. As Mookie's standing in, the pitch is a ground ball hit sharply down to Monastasio at second. At short, he's going to throw over to second for the out. The force out on Freeman, and that'll do it for the Dodgers. But not until they score 1 run on a single by Freddie Freeman driving home Ohtani. The score after 4 complete, Red Sox 3, Dodgers 1. So for the Red Sox, they will have, let's see who's coming up here. So it'll be a pinch hitter for Contreras. So Contreras, after being beamed in the head, they're going to have Sigler come in and pinch hit for him. Yoshida will then be hitting second, and then Durbin will be hitting third in this inning. And if anybody gets on, Monastasio. So the Red Sox will have a little bit of a shift here as Sugord, who was playing second base, will now play first base. And Contreras is out of the game. And pinch hitting for him will be Anthony Sigler, and he'll play second base. So Sigler will take over at second base for Sogard. Sogard will take over at first base for Contreras. A little bit of a shuffle in the positions for the Red Sox. And Cole Irvin will be rewarded by pitching out there right now to Sigler, and the first pitch is taken for strike one. The 0-1 pitch from Cole Irvin is taken for called strike two on the sinker. 0-2. So Anthony Sigler, pinch hitting for Contreras, will stay in the game and play second base. There's a ground ball foul down the third baseline, and the count remains 0-2. Yoshida waiting on deck. I have to wonder if maybe they gave him a little concussion test when he got back to the dugout and he didn't pass. In any event, he's not in there now, and Sigler's at the plate for him. The changeup is fouled away, and the count is 0-2 to Anthony Sigler. No outs. We're in the fifth inning. Pitch is high for ball one. Kind of a fast-moving game. It's only an hour and 20 minutes old, and we're into the fifth inning already. The 1-2 pitch. There's a ground ball hit sharply down to third base, but nicely played by Kike. Throws, gets him at first base. So Hernandez to Freeman for the 5-3 putout on Sigler. And up comes Yoshida. Yoshida's 0 for 3 on the evening. Masataka Yoshida reached on an error. The pitch is a high fly ball. First ball swinging. Pages going back, away back to the warning track, to the wall to make the catch at the wall. Nicely played by Pages. He didn't panic. He just kept moving back, dialed it in, leaped up at the right time, and caught it right at the wall for out number 2. Yoshida giving it a drive, and Pages knew exactly when to time his jump and get it. So a man from Japan sends a man from Cuba to the wall to make the catch. And he gets a standing O from Cole, the guy from Anaheim, on the mound. So 2 outs on a nice play by Pages, and that's why he's an all-star outfielder right there. So 2 outs in the fifth inning. Pitch is swung on and fouled away by Durbin, and the count is now 0-1. Pitch is way outside on the changeup for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Irvin trying to get the Red Sox out in order here and get the Dodgers back up to the plate to get back in this game after scoring 1 run in the 4th inning. The 1-1 pitch. There's a little ground ball hit sharply down to the shortstop Betts. He gloves it, throws over to Freeman in time, and down go the Red Sox. The score after 4.5 innings in Los Angeles. The Red Sox 3, Dodgers 1, but they're coming up, and they're coming up with Teoscar, with Tucker, and with Kike. So what happened to Contreras? He got a beanball right in the head, and he stayed in the game and ran, and then now they took him out of the game for a pinch hitter as his turn to the plate was coming up. So maybe he wasn't just right. He was playing first base, but it was a wicked shot right there. If you can see on the camera, right behind the ear is where Contreras took that pitch. And it was Will Klein that threw that ball. So beamed by Will Klein, Contreras. He also, just before that, 2 pitches before that, got a really wicked chin music that he had to back out and flop around like a fish to get out of the way of. And then the next pitch was a little outside. He swung and missed. The third pitch nailed him right behind the ear. So the Dodgers trailing 3-1. At least they got 1 run in the 4th now, trying to come back slowly into this game, as Suarez might be tiring a little bit, as the Dodgers will see him now, as they did in the last inning, for the second time. It'll be Hernandez, Tucker, and it'll be Teoscar, Tucker, and Kike's second time around at Suarez. If you just tuned in, the Red Sox got their first run when Will Klein walked Durbin, and then Will Klein tried to pick him off at first, threw the ball wildly into right field, trying to pick him off. He went to third, and then Duran singled him home, and that was 1 run. That's how they got their first run. First pitch, ball swinging as Hernandez, and it'll be a high fly ball out to Rafaela in center field for out number 1. So you kind of would like to see the Dodgers take some pitches here, make Suarez work. He's only thrown 55 pitches. He's only given up 2 hits. Dodgers have 2 errors. So you got to make Suarez work. Take some pitches. And up comes Tucker on his bobblehead night. Let's see what he can do. Tucker's 0 for 1 on the evening. Pitches way outside. Tucker grounded out in his first at-bat. So the 1-0 pitch is taken outside. Fastball for ball 2. Two and 0 the count to Tucker. The pitch on the way. Outside for ball 3. Here we go. Start taking some pitches. That's what I'm talking about. Make Suarez work. He's thrown now 58 pitches. Waiting on deck is Kike. And this one is way outside. They're going to check at third. Check swing. No swing. And aboard is Tucker with a walk. Okay. So now the tying run's coming to the plate in Kike. And Suarez is about to throw his 60th pitch. His first pitch, next pitch will be his 60th, and that'll be to Kike right here. Kike grounded out in his first at-bat. Facing Suarez right now with 1 on, 1 out. The pitch is taken for called strike 1 on the curveball. So at least Kike's making him work, making him show him that he can throw some strikes, and he does just that after throwing 4 straight balls to Tucker. Alfonso waiting on deck. There's a pitch, and it's a line shot, base hit into center field, and Kike's aboard with a single. Just like that, the Dodgers got the tying run at first base. Tucker's at second base, and up comes Alfonso. So the Dodgers aren't ready to pack up and say goodnight yet. In the bottom of the 5th, trailing 3-1, they're showing a little bit more life, and after D-Rock's little mojo chant, the Dodgers have started to turn things around at the plate. Before that, Dodgers had no hits. They now have 3 hits. And warming up in the bullpen is Moran. Jovan Moran, the lefty, warming up for the Red Sox. And the Red Sox having a little meeting at the mound. Suarez hasn't even thrown 20 pitches in an inning. That's how much he's been mowing down the Dodgers. His highest inning they've pitched was 19. So now the Dodgers are starting to make him work a little bit and start to get some momentum going here in their favor. 2 on. 1 out. The pitch way high and outside to Alfonso. So yet another Venezuelan. We got 4 Venezuelans in this game. Suarez, Alfonso, Rojas. The pitch is fouled away, 1-1. Pitch is swung on and missed. And the count is now 1-2. And Henriquez, who started the game, that's the 4th Venezuelan I was looking for. The pitch on the way, 1-2 is a ground ball hit sharply down, base hit, whacked into center field, and in comes Tucker to score, and it's now 3-2. They're throwing it second. Oh, they nail Kike, trying to get back, and Kike is going to challenge that one. He can't believe it. And let's see what's going to come out of that. Tucker did score before Henriquez was picked off. So Alfonso lunged for it, swung it, whacked it into center field. And Kike went a little too far, tried to dive back, and that's when they threw him out. And I don't think Tucker did score. And if he is out, Tucker's run won't count because he didn't get back to the bag. And oh, this is going to be costly. If he is out, they'll take away that Dodger run because I don't think Tucker crossed the plate before he was thrown out. It's kind of hard to tell from this angle. And let's wait and see what the umps say on this, as we're involved in a little manager's challenge right now. We're in the 5th inning. And action has definitely started here in Dodger Stadium. It was a rather slow-moving, dreary 4 innings until the Dodgers scored. In the 4th inning, got 1 run, and now we're in the 5th. And let's see if this run's going to hold up or wiped off the board. No, actually, well, let's see. Actually, there's only 1 out, so that Tucker run will score. That doesn't play into it. So the runner is out. Dodgers lose the challenge. The run scores. I was wrong. Might take the hit. My bad. The Tucker run was going to score no matter what. It wasn't like there was 2 outs. That's where I got screwed up at. There was only 1 out. So now there's 2 outs. And with that, looks like the Red Sox will come out to the mound and do a pitching change, and that'll do it for Suarez. So the score is now 3-2. Kike's erased at second base, and there's just Alfonso at first. 2 outs, and Ohtani coming to the plate. So Kike getting thrown out wasn't as costly as I had initially thought it was to be. I lost track of the outs. So involved in a pitching change here. Jovan Moran replaces Ranger Suarez. Let's get to know Moran, where he's from, what's his history, as we're involved in this little pitching change here. Okay, here it is. So the word on Moran, 29-year-old, 6'1", 167-pounder. out of Puerto Rico. So as one Puerto Rican's caught trying to get back to the base and Kike's out, in comes another one on the mound for the Red Sox. So the Red Sox bullpen this season ranks second in ERA in the majors, third in saves, and fifth in OPP average. Giovanni Moran at the mound pitches lefties, bounces to the mound, and for ball one, bounces to the plate. Jovan Moran pitching to Ohtani. Ohtani 1 for 2 with a double. Struck out in his first plate appearance and doubled in his second, and later came around and scored. There's a pitch, gets away, and it'll run, and I'm moving over to second base, and now you can say, if only Kike hadn't gotten thrown out at second, the Dodgers would have runners at second and third right now. So Dodgers playing a little fast, free, and loose, trying to overcome themselves and the Red Sox with 2 errors the Dodgers have in this game. Red Sox 3, Dodgers 2. Ohtani hitting .406 since June 1st with runners in scoring position. A big swing and a miss on the changeup, and the count is now 2-1 to Ohtani. We're in the 5th inning, 2 outs, and Alfonso standing at second base in scoring position. Ohtani trying to drive him home and tie this game up. The pitch, swung on, it's shot! Way back out there and gone. Make no mistake about that. Ohtani's made his presence known in this game. Home run and gone. That went 386 feet, not as far as I initially thought it would go, but nonetheless, it'll look like an upper deck shot in the books. So the Dodgers come off the deck and score 4 runs in this game to take a 4-3 lead. It looked like they were left for dead in the first 3 innings, not even getting a hit. Here's Pages with a base hit lined into left field. So Jovan Moran, coming in with all these decorative numbers, gets greeted by Ohtani with a home run and Pages with a single. That's 24th home run this season for Ohtani. 2nd home run in the last 3 games. So he's on a bit of a tear himself. Ohtani knew he got all of that. Even though it only went 386, it hit that short little part going over into the bullpen of the Red Sox, and Ohtani waves to the crowd, gets the sunflower seed shower from Teoscar as he's comes back into the dugout, and up to the plate is Rojas. Rojas is 0 for 2. So Moran, first 6 pitches, he's greeted rather rudely by the Dodgers with a 2-run shot by Ohtani and a base hit by Pages. Now he throws over to first base. The crowd is booing, and the count is 1-0 to Rojas. Ohtani struck out in his first plate appearance after not playing at all yesterday, and then he got a double and scored, and now a 2-run home run. Swung on and missed on the changeup is Rojas. And the count is now 1-1. Dodgers 4, Red Sox 3. Dodgers getting off the deck, scoring 3 runs in this inning. There's a shot by Rojas, and waiting for it in left field for the catch is Duran, and that'll do it for the Dodgers, but not before they score 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning. The score after 5 complete innings in Dodger Stadium, the Dodgers 4, the Red Sox 3. As D-Rock says, yeah, there you go, and thank you very much, D-Rock. Remember, it was when you did the little Mojo chant that got this whole thing started. Before this, their chant, the Dodgers hadn't even gotten a hit. They were struggling, left for dead after 3 innings. Suarez was looking like a Hall of Famer out there on the mound. And then suddenly, the Dodgers got lightning in a bottle, scoring 1 run in the 4th and 3 in the 5th to take a 4-3 lead. So for the Red Sox, coming up now in the 6th inning, it'll be Monastasio, Duran, and Neviez. And if anybody gets on, the top of the order they go to Sogard. So Suarez didn't quite get to be the pitcher of record on that. He was chased before his required 5 to get the win. Let's see. He'll have nothing to do with it. Because that run, there was a tying run. So he will have nothing to do with this game because that home run, the runner on base was his, but the home run that Ohtani took the lead on wasn't his. So right now the guy to get tagged for this loss if they don't come from behind to win it will be Jovan Moran, who'll get the loss. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. There's still a whole lot more baseball to be played before that. Tuesday, August 11th, Salvadoranian Heritage Night here at Dodger Stadium. First pitch on the way by Cole Irvin is taken for called strike 1. Pitch is just a little outside and the changeup, and it's 1-1. Now you have to wonder, is Cole Irvin maybe starting to tire as he's in his 3rd inning of work right here? He's thrown 41 pitches. The pitch just a little outside, and the changeup for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike to Monastasio. Irvin has pitched quite well in the action he's seeing, but now Dave Roberts is going to have to keep a strict eye on him, make sure you don't let him stay out there too long with a 4-3 lead. The pitch swung on. There's a high fly ball waiting for it as Tucker in right field. He's there. He's got it for out the number 1. So 1 out. We're in the 6th. Dodgers 4, Red Sox 3. And up comes Duran. Duran 2 for 2. The boy straight out of Corona with a single and RBI, hitting 199, 13 home runs and 55 home runs. He's been the spark plug for the Red Sox tonight. Pitches a little check swing. Cole Irvin's going to field it, throw over to Freddie Freeman for out number 2, and just like that, the Red Sox got 2 outs on him in the 6th inning. So suddenly, those votes that were lopsided and heavily in favor on the voting poll in the chat now favor the Dodgers 56%. So a lot of people voted heavily on the Red Sox earlier, and now people scrambling to put in the Dodger votes. Meanwhile, Neviez comes up 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. 2 outs. We're in the 6th inning. Nobody on. Dodgers with a 4-3 lead. Pitch is taken high, sinker for ball 1. Sogard waiting on deck for the Red Sox, the top of the order. One ball, no strikes. Taken for called strike 2 on the sinker. It's 1-1. One and one, the count to Neviez. The pitch swung on and missed. Cole Irvin is pitching fantastic. He's thrown 47 pitches, and he is really keeping these Red Sox in check. 1-2, the count to Neviez, the 9th hitter in the lineup. Pitch is swung on and fouled away. Count remains 1-2 on the fastball. 93-mile-an-hour fastball. I'm not seeing anybody in the Dodger bullpen throwing. So for a man who hasn't pitched in the big leagues for 2 years, he is really bringing it. The 1-2 pitch, swung on and fouled back. Dodgers 4, Red Sox 3, and the Dodgers have gotten into the Red Sox bullpen after Suarez had really flustered them for the first 3 innings. The 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and down he goes, and Cole Irvin has arrived. The score after 5.5 innings, Dodgers 4, Red Sox 3. So for the Dodgers, in the bottom of the 6th, they'll have Freeman, Betts, and Teoscar coming up. And if anybody gets on, Kyle Tucker on Kyle Tucker bobblehead night. Let's see if the Red Sox are going to have Moran go out there for the 6th inning. The Dodgers taking that 3 runs in the 5th inning to take the lead, 4-3. Dodgers line on this game is 4 runs, 6 hits, and 2 errors. The Red Sox 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors. And Freddie Freeman will now come up to face Moran. He is going to stay in there. Freddie wading in. 1 for 2 on the evening. And the pitch swung on and fouled away on the fastball. Count is now 0-1. Red Sox now have Ryan Baio warming up, right-hander in the bullpen. So if Moran should start to wobble, they're going to go to Baio in a hurry. 0-1 the count. Way high for ball 1. 1-1 now. So the Red Sox came in here, the hottest team in baseball, and started out hot, leading 3-0, and now suddenly have cooled when the Dodgers bats woke up. There's a swing and a miss by Freeman. Count is now 1-2. This is a very good measuring stick for these Red Sox to see, are they really that good, or have they just been playing weak teams and getting lucky along the way? Meanwhile, the count is 1-2 to Freeman. The pitch is swung on and fouled away. Count remains 1-2 on the sweeper. Frankly, I'm surprised this crowd isn't bigger. It's a Friday night. You got a bobblehead. You got the Red Sox in, and I see a lot of empty seats in the stadium, particularly along the reserve level and towards the outfield. 2-2 the count to Freddie Freeman. The ball. The 2-2 pitch is low. The changeup for ball 3. Now we got a full count. Keep in mind, the trading deadline is 3 p.m. on Monday. This Monday trade deadline. Will the Dodgers get Skubal? Will there be players in this? Let's see what happens. The 3-2 pitch on the way to Freeman. Swung on and fouled away. Mookie Betts waiting on deck. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on. There's a shot base hit just by a diving second baseman. And into first, and on first base moves Freddie Freeman. So Freddie's aboard. And now they're going to go and get Moran. That's it. They're going to take him and run him right now on a pitching change. So before Mookie Betts can get up there, he'll have Bayo pitching to him for the Red Sox. Let's get to know Bayo. Where's he from? How long has he been? Where's he been around the league? Let's do a quick roster check on him. So Brayan Bello is a 27-year-old right-hander, 6'1", 195-pounder out of the Dominican Republic. Four to 3, Dodgers lead. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Red Sox with 3. This will be their 3rd pitcher. Started with a Suarez out of Venezuela. He went 4 2/3 innings. Then they brought in Moran from Puerto Rico. He went 1/3 of an inning. And now comes the Dominican, Bayo. Brayan Bello coming in. So he's pitched 70 innings. He's got a 5.6 ERA, 54 strikeouts, 25 walks, and 11 home runs he's given up. So the hard-throwing right-handed Dominican on the mound now facing Mookie Betts. Swung on and lined foul down the first base line. So Freddie Freeman standing on first base after that base hit, and that ran Moran. That was the end of him. The 0-1 pitch is low for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Dodgers 4, Red Sox 3. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning, and Freddie Freeman just got a base hit. The 1-1 pitch is taken ball 2. So this script has totally flipped. If you tuned in, watched the first 3 innings and left, you wouldn't believe the Dodgers. They hadn't even gotten a hit in the first 3 innings. There's a shot. It's going to be a base hit and fall right in front of Duran in left field. And there's now 2 on with no outs in the 6th inning. And up comes Teoscar. Teoscar is 0 for 2, grounded out and flied out. The pitch swung on and missed by Teoscar. He hit a big home run in the 6th inning. give the Dodgers some insurance runs. Bayo has thrown 5 pitches. He's got a runner at first and second. The pitcher's a ground ball hit sharply down. It's going to be nicely played by Anastasio. The throw to get him at first base. But meanwhile, both runners advance 90 feet. So now you got runners at second and third. And there's 1 out. So the Dodgers will take that. They stay out of the double play. And now they're not in double play for him right here with second and third and only 1 out. So definitely, while that play was nicely played by Anastasio to get him, the Dodgers still are in good position here with runners at second and third with 1 out. And up comes Tucker on his bobblehead night. He's got to get an RBI here somehow, some way, even if it's only a scoring fly ball, I'll take it. A slim 4-3 Dodger lead in the 6th inning. Pitch is swung on and missed on the changeup, and the count is now 1-1 to Tucker. So Muncy now appears on deck to hit for Kike, who is playing third base for him. Let's see what Tucker can do at the plate. The pitch swung on up. They're going to check over at first, and they're going to say strike 2. So Tucker tried to hold up, couldn't. And now the count is 1-2 to Kyle Tucker. There's only 1 out. So Muncy, it looks like for all practical intended purposes, will get his at-bat, providing there's not a wacky double play that happens before he can get to the plate. The pitch is way inside for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Tucker, 1 out. We're in the 6th inning. Dodgers lead 4-3 and looking to get some more runs right here. They scored 1 in the 4th, 3 in the 5th, and now we're in the 6th inning. The 2-2 pitch is taken for called strike 3, and down goes Kyle Tucker. With his head down, walking back to the dugout, Bayo gets his first strikeout, and up comes Max Muncy, pinch hitting for Kike Hernandez. Now batting for Kike Hernandez, number 13. Max Muncy. So Max Muncy in 100 games appearing this season in 100 games with a .253 average, 21 home runs, 49 ribbies, has a chance to get a couple of more ribbies right here with a base hit. Since the All-Star break, 4 go-ahead home runs, Max Muncy. So he's hit 4 go-ahead home runs since the All-Star break, and they're going to walk Max Muncy intentionally, and now the bases will be loaded with 2 outs, and up comes Alfonso. Alfonso in his last at-bat lunged for a base hit, whacked it into center field. That was where Kike got hung up at second base, got thrown out trying to go back to second. Meanwhile, an RBI Alfonso got. So with bases loaded, 2 outs, Alfonso a chance now to get a couple of more ribbies. Let's see what he does. Kyle Tucker scored on that base hit that he got. Dodgers 4, Red Sox 3. We're in the 6th inning, and waiting on deck is Shohei Ohtani. But before he can hit, Alfonso's got to do something to keep this inning alive. The pitch is outside to change up for ball 1. Betts is at second base. Pitch is swung on and missed. A big swing and a miss by Alfonso. The count is now 1-1 on the changeup. Muncy's at first, Betts at second. The 1-1 pitch. Just a little inside on the sinker for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch is swung on and fouled away. So the Dodgers have Freeman at third, Betts at second, and Muncy at first base. Bases are loaded. 2 outs, 6 inning. Dodgers 4, Red Sox 3. The 2-2 pitch on the way to Alfonso. Way high for ball 3. Now it's going to be good. 3-2 the count. Full count. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Something's got to give on this pitch right here and right now. And Alfonso digging in. The Dodger fans are on their feet and making noise. Bayo's thrown 16 pitches already in this inning. The 3-2 pitch swung on, and a high fly ball moving over as the third baseman to look, and it's back up, hitting the Dodger dugout and bouncing into the stand. So we'll crank it up again. A 3-2 count. Dodgers 4, Red Sox 3. Bayo trying to get the Red Sox out of this jam that he has put them in. The 3-2 pitch swung on. There's a little ground ball hit by Astasio. He'll throw over to first base in time, and that'll do it for the Dodgers in the 6th inning. The score after 6 complete innings in Los Angeles. The Dodgers 4, Red Sox 3. Up for the Red Sox, coming the top of the order, it'll be Sogard, Rafaela, and Abreu. Four, 3, Dodgers holding on to the slimmest of leads, and they're going to send Cole Irvin out there again. Cole's already thrown 50 pitches. He's pitched really well. He's pitched 3 2/3 innings. He's struck out 3. And he'll be facing the top of the order in Sogard. So the top of the 7th inning we go, as the Red Sox are down to their last 9 outs. But before we can start counting that, when you got a 1-run lead, anything can happen at this point in this game. Nothing is safe for sure. Dodgers trailed in the first 3 innings 3-0. They didn't even have a hit. Suddenly they got 1 in the 4th, 3 in the 5th. And that's where we're at right now, 4-3. The pitch on the way is taken for ball 1 to Sogard. So Irvin has retired 8 straight. He's thrown 52 pitches right now, and that's a ball 2. So Dave Roberts has to keep a close eye on him. Nick Sogard 1 for 2 with a single, a walk, and a run in this game. The 2-0 pitch, high for ball 3. And you cannot walk the first opening guy of the inning, and Sogard is on the brink of doing just that. 3-0 pitch taken right down the middle for strike 1 on the fastball, an 89-mile-an-hour fastball. Quite a contrast. Dodgers started with Henriquez throwing a 101 mile-an-hour fastball, and now they're down to Cole Irvin throwing an 89-mile-an-hour fastball as the pitch is high for ball 4 on the sinker, and the Red Sox got the leadoff man on base. So when you walk the first guy you face, That's not a good recipe to stick around in this game and have any success. You just can't do it. And here's a pitch to Rafaela. There it is, and there's what I'm talking about. A high fly ball hit out and gone into the Dodger bullpen. And just like that, the Red Sox take the lead with a 5-4 lead on a 2-run shot. And just as I said, you can't walk the opening guy. On 5 pitches he walked him. That was a 405-foot home run into the Dodger bullpen as Rafaela laughing all around the bases, hopping up, giving the high fives like he's hit the 7th home run in the 7th game of the World Series. And the Red Sox lead 5-4. Let's see what Dave Roberts is going to do now, as Abreu now is coming up to the plate. First pitch is taken inside for ball 1. We're in the 7th inning. Suddenly now the Dodgers are down to their last 9 outs, trailing 5-4. The 1-0 pitch on the way to Abreu is taken low for ball 2. So Irvin pitched 5 pitches to Sogard, and 4 of them were balls. Then he promptly gives up a home run to Rafaela, and now his first 2 pitches to Abreu are balls. Here's a shot down to Freddie Freeman, nicely backhanded, underhanded. Oh, and he's not going to beat him at the base. So Irvin did not beat the fast-fleeted Abreu running down first base hard. And there was a little bit, let's see what happened. Who was the one that hesitated? Freddie Freeman throw, and Irvin just caught, not hustling, maybe caught in between pitches. He kind of did a little half step, and that's what cost him. And even when he had the play to get him out, he now lets him on. So still no word, as there's a little meeting at the mound. They're still going to leave Irvin out there. So why Dave Roberts hasn't pulled him by now, I don't know. It's 5-4. We're in the 7th inning. There's 1 on, no outs. Irvin's thrown 59 pitches. This will be his 60th pitch right now, and it'll come to Siegler, who's in there for Contreras. There's a high fall, first ball swinging, a high fly ball to Paez, so he's going to get under that and make that catch for out number 1 in the 7th inning. So with 1 out, we're in the 7th. Red Sox have come off the deck to score 2 runs here in the 7th, and they got 1 on. And up comes Yoshida. Yoshida drove a ball deep to center field. Nice play by Paez. There's a little ground ball. Muncy's going to let it go, and it stays fair, and Yoshida's on. So 2 crazy, wacky plays, and you got 2 Red Sox on base. So now you got 2 guys on. Dave Roberts still hasn't come out to the mound to yank Cole Irvin, as that ball was just dying on the grass, and no way was Muncy going to be able to pick it up and throw him out. So now you got 2 on, 1 out, and up is Durbin. There he bunts. Here's a quick little bunt. It'll be fielded nicely by Muncy, and he doesn't make the throw. He can't beat the fleet-footed Durbin running down to first. Suddenly, with 1 out, the bases are loaded. Wow, Red Sox come out here playing small ball, and Muncy, well, again, was caught in no man's land for the 2nd straight hitter right there. Monastasio's pitch on the way. It's a line down foul. Just foul down the 3rd baseline. And the count is now 0-1. Monastasio. And it's, let's see, just foul. Bases loaded. The Red Sox only have one out. Red Sox leading on the 2-run home run, 5-4, looking to get more right here, right now. Pitch, there's a little whack shot foul down the third base line again. And the count is now 0-2. I agree with you, D-Rock. I don't know what's taking Dave Roberts so long to come and get him. You know, this is his first time pitching in the major leagues in 2 years. It's first time in the majors in this game and he's obviously bobbing and weaving. There's a ball right there. He started the inning giving up a walk, and then a 2-run shot. That's when I thought they would have gone and got someone else in. They didn't, and now the bases are loaded. It pitches way outside for ball 2 on the changeup. Bases loaded, 1 out, 2-2 count to Monastasio. Irvin has thrown 66 pitches. The pitch, there's a shot, and then it's going to go down the line and in the corner, and by the time Teoscar Hernandez picks it up, 2 Red Sox will score, and now it's 7-4, and I don't know what Doc is doing. I would have yanked him after 5-4 with nobody on, and now we got runners at second and third. That's a double by Monastasio with 1 out still remaining. And let's see if Doc is going to go out and get him now. I've seen him do this before on a few occasions. And now Mark Pryor will finally go out there. I thought if you were going to send Pryor out, you should have sent him out after the home run was given up. It was 5-4 at that time. There was nobody on. That's when you should have sent out Pryor, settle him down. But then, like I said, wacky things happened after that. There was a ground ball hit to Freddie Freeman. He underhanded to Irvin, but he couldn't get there in time to the base to beat out the run. Then Yoshida laid down a little sleepy roller to third base that Irvin couldn't throw him out. Then another one laid down to Muncy at third that he couldn't throw out. Bases were loaded, and now a base hit, and look at all hell's broke loose. 7-4 Red Sox lead. The cutter is taken for ball 1. 1 out. Still nobody up in the Dodger bullpen. So Doc may be content with just letting Irvin ride this ship out of here and save his bullpen for another day, but he was still in this game at 5-4. Now it's 7-4. One and one the count. He knew it was a bullpen game coming in, so maybe he figured it would be a loss anyways. Here's a pitch, and it's a shot back to Cole Irvin. Meanwhile, a run is going to score. Irvin's going to throw him out at first base, and now you got to check to make sure Irvin's okay. That ball bounced off of him. It's now 8-4 Red Sox. We're in the 7th inning. Let's see where that ball hit him. Oh, it hit his glove. Okay. So it hit his glove, and then he picked it up after it rolled off of his glove. So that's a good sign at least. He almost caught it. Had he caught that ball, the runner wouldn't have scored, but he didn't, and he did score. 8-4 Red Sox lead. Now there's a runner at third base with 2 outs, and the changeup is taken for ball 1 to Neves. So 5 runs scored by the Red Sox in the 7th inning. There's a swing and a miss of the changeup, and the count is now 1-1. I think he has, D-Rock. It's the simple fact that there's nobody even warming up in the bullpen, and it's 8-4. There's a pitch, and it's going to, hit him. So now he's hit a man. Cole Irvin has thrown 73 pitches. And now we got a Red Sox on first base, hit him right on the padded elbow part. And with nobody still warming up, let's see if there's any action now in the Dodger bullpen. Runners at first and third, 2 outs. And here comes Sogard's second trip up in this inning. He started the whole thing by getting walked. And then Rafaela hit that home run in the bullpen, made it 5-4. That seems like a long time ago. It's now 8-4, 2 outs, and Sogard's up there for the second time in this inning. Irvin's thrown 74 pitches in this inning, this game. Seems like it's been this inning. 0-1 the count to Sogard. 8-4 Red Sox lead. The pitch taken for a called strike 2 and the sinker. Okay, so now he's throwing strikes to Sogard, what he should have done the first time he faced him. He's got him 0-2 right now. Remember, when he came out, he served up 5 pitches to Irvin, and 4 of them were balls. There's a swing and a miss, and down goes Sogard. But at the end of 6.5, 7th inning stretch time, Red Sox 8, Dodgers 4. Red Sox scored 5 runs in that inning. Can you believe that? Timeout in the 7th inning stretch. I'll be right back.
In the beaches we gather, excitement on fire. Dodgers on the field, hearts soaring higher. Never lost in the moment, roller at the game. Broadcasting the thrill, it will never be the same. For every home run, we rise and we cheer. Dodgers play on, bringing summer near. To the game, here's the track of the bat. Dodgers in the zone, can you believe that? Every pitch count, gonna make it last. Chase the victory, fully pitching in the past. Get to the stand, sing loud and proud. Never lost over, we stand for the crowd. Broadcast we live, supposed to score. Everyone the champ, we always want more. Dodgers rise under the California sun.
Okay, back to live action. And with that, it'll be Ohtani coming to the plate. Shohei Ohtani facing Bello. Let's see if Shohei's going to show a little discipline, make Bello work, and take some pitches. What you going to do, Shohei? Dodgers trailing 8-4 after giving up 5 runs in that top of the 7th. Shohei waiting up there. Pitch on the way. First ball swinging. There's a little ground ball hit down to the second baseman. Underhands of the first baseman for out number 1. A 4-3 putout. So, Shohei, first ball swinging. Dodgers trailing 8-4. And like D-Rock said, Doc has thrown the game away. Pages coming up. 1 out. We're in the 7th inning. The pitch has taken a sinker for strike 1. Andy Pages, 1 for 2 with a walk and a single. Bello's thrown 20 pitches so far in this game. 0-1 the count to Pages. Swung on, and there's a little nubber down to Ziegler, over to Sogard for out number 2. And up comes Miguel Rojas. Rojas hitting in the third lineup in the lineup, hitting in the 3rd spot. 0 for 3 this evening. With 2 outs in the 7th, the pitch on the way to Rojas swung on and missed for strike 1 on the sinker. So tomorrow's game will be at 6:10 start, 1 hour earlier than tonight's game. Let's see if the Dodgers can bring it from the start. Had a slow start in this game. Pitches change up for ball 1, so it's now 1-1. So this game's been a tale of 3 stories. Dodgers getting off to a very slow start. Red Sox lead 3-0. Dodgers come back in the middle innings. In the 4th and 5th, score 4 runs, take the 4-3 lead, only to see the Red Sox come back in the 7th inning with 5 runs and now have an 8-4 lead. The 1-2 pitch on the way to Rojas is taken outside, a fastball for ball 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two pitch outside for ball 3. It's now a 3-2 count. Three and 2, the count to Rojas. There's a little ground ball hit sharply down to Durbin. Throws over in time to Seagard for the out, and that'll do it. 5-3 put out. Dodgers are done in the 7th inning. The score after 7 complete, Red Sox 8, Dodgers 4. So as we move to the 8th inning, the man that flipped the script, Rafaela, hitting that 2-run shot in the 7th inning, will now lead off. And then it'll be Abreu and Ziegler, who's been in there for Contreras, who took a fastball to the ear earlier in the game. And let's see who the Dodgers will have out there. Didn't see anybody warming up in the Dodger bullpen. So Irvin is indeed out there again. In the 8th inning. So Irvin will be facing Rafaela, the man that gave up the 2-run home run to start things off in the 7th inning. First pitch is swung on and fouled away, and the count is 0-1. Rafaela 3 for 4, 2 singles, 2-run home run, 2 runs, a stolen base. Pitch is outside for ball. Pitch on the way is swung on and fouled away. Count is now 1-2. The 1-2 pitch is low on the slurve, and it's now 2-2. Pitch is now taken for ball 3, and it's a 3-2 count. Red Sox 8, Dodgers 4. We're in the 8th inning. No outs. 3-2 count to Rafaela. Swung on and missed out of the strike zone. They finally get him. So Irvin is getting his revenge the second time around after they damaged him in that 7th inning. He struck out Sogard. He struck out Rafaela, but he didn't do that in the 7th inning. Anyways, back to live action, 1 out. Abreu up there, 1 for 4 with a single and a run scored. 1 out in the 8th. The pitch is taken for ball, a sinker, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch taken for ball 2 on the cutter. Two balls, no strikes. The pitch just a little high for ball 3. So now Irvin going the other way. Meanwhile, Irvin's thrown 85 pitches. It's rare you would see a reliever come in this late in the game and throw 85 pitches. Pitches ball 4, the sinker. And now Yoshida coming to the plate. No, it'll be Sigler. Yoshida will be on deck. 1 out, 1 on. We're in the 8th inning. Red Sox lead 8-4. Sigler 0 for 2, grounded out and flied out. Came in later in this game, pinch hitting for Contreras, who took a ball off of the ear by Will Klein. There's a strike fastball for 0-1. Sigler at second base. The 0-1 pitch, just a little outside. The count is now 1-1. Dodgers pitch. There's a little ground ball hit sharply down to Muncy. He'll throw across to Barhorst, over to Freeman for the double play, and that'll do it. A 6-4-3 double play. Nicely played by Muncy to Rojas to Freeman, but not before the Red Sox still holding on to their 8-4 lead. At least Cole Irvin did not allow any more runs in that inning, so he rebounds nicely, but the Dodgers got to get some runs. Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, and Teoscar will be coming up in the bottom of the 8th inning. Dodgers down to their last 6 outs. They're only trailing 8-4. It seems much bigger, maybe because the Red Sox got 10 hits. Dodgers got 8 hits and 4 runs. But those 2 errors loom big. So let's see who the Red Sox will send out. They're going to still keep Bayo out there. So Bayo will be pitching to Freddie Freeman. See if Freddie can take a few pitches, make Bayo work a little more, and put some pressure on him. Mookie Betts will be on deck. If there were to be a storyline to this game, I would say, as we wait for this first pitch on the way to Freeman, It's taken for a called strike one. Suarez came out pitching a no-hitter the first 3 innings to the Dodgers, didn't even get a hit. They finally got on the scoreboard trailing 3-0 in the 4th, and they got 3 more in the 5th, and after that, Red Sox busted through with 5 in the 7th inning. But the inability to pull Cole Irvin after he had obviously been tiring, he let him stay in there after giving up the 2-run home run, and then the Red Sox got 3 runs after that. Here's a first ball, it'll be base hit. Oh no, he'll catch it. No, it is a base hit. So he trapped it in center field. Rafaela could not handle it, and Freddie Freeman's aboard with a base hit. And up comes Mookie Betts. It did. Okay, so it bounced into his glove, deceiving. And with one on and no outs, up comes Mookie Betts. Mookie's 1 for 3 with a single, hitting .233, 13 home runs in this game. The pitch is taken for strike one, a cutter. So a little bit better energy now for the Dodgers in this inning, starting with a leadoff base hit. Better than last inning when they rolled over 3 up and 3 down quite easily. Bayo's now thrown 32 pitches. The pitch is a ball to Betts. It's a 1-1 count. 1 on. Red Sox 8, Dodgers 4 in the 8th inning. Swung on and missed by Mookie on the cutter. The 1-2 pitch on the way to Mookie's a line shot foul. One and 2 the count. There's a little check swing. Count remains 1-2 on the cutter. Dodgers down to their last 6 outs. And 1-2 pitch to Mookie's. It would take it outside. They're going to say check swing, no swing on the sweeper, and the count is now 2-2. Two and 2 the count to Mookie Betts. Freeman away from first. The pitch, there's a swing and a high fly ball. Moving over is the left fielder, Abreu, right fielder, Abreu. He'll make the catch for out number 1. And up comes Teoscar Hernandez with 1 out in the 8th inning. Dodgers now down to their last 5 outs. Teoscar 0 for 3, 2 ground outs and a fly out this evening. There's a shot foul. Red Sox 8, Dodgers 4. We're in the 8th inning. Freeman at first base, getting on with a base hit to start things off here. Pitch is a check swing for strike 2. A foul, check swing and a foul. The count is now 0-2 to Hernandez. Tucker waiting on deck. Pitch is swung on and missed, and down goes Teoscar on the cutter. 89-mile-an-hour cutter, and up comes Kyle Tucker. This figures to be Kyle Tucker's last at-bat on his bobblehead night. Let's see if he can make it memorable. Dodgers down to their last 4 outs, and Kyle Tucker coming to the plate. Is the game on ESPN? Sir Curry asks. No, it's not. Pitch is taken outside, a sinker. It's on Spectrum. Kyle Tucker, 0 for 2 with a walk. Pitcher's a shot, base hit, whacked into right field, so he'll get something on his bobblehead night. A base hit he'll get. And now there's 2 on in the 8th inning, and up comes Max Muncy. Muncy came into the game pinch hit for Kike last inning, and he was promptly walked intentionally. So they took the bat away from him. Let's see what he can do now. No way are they walking him now. They got to pitch to him, and Muncy is due. Let's see what he's going to do here. He had the whole evening to rest. Hitting .253, 21 home runs. By the way, 130 home runs at Dodger Stadium. The next home run he hits, he will surpass Eric Karros as the all-time Dodger Stadium home run leader. We're in the 8th inning. 2 on, 2 outs. And Dalton Rushing is on deck for Alfonso. So as I said at the start of this broadcast, those players weren't playing Muncy and Rushing, but I wouldn't be surprised if they appear sometime in this game. And Muncy appeared. And Dalton Rushing's about to appear if Muncy can do something to extend this inning. 2 outs. We're in the 8th inning. Dodgers trailing 8-4. The tying run's on deck. The 1-1 pitch taken for called strike 2 on the sinker. One ball, 2 strikes to Muncy. Pitch is high and inside, fastball. And now it's a 2-2 count. Two and two to Muncy. 2 on, 2 outs. We're in the 8th inning. Bayo's pitch is taken for called strike 3, but hold everything. Muncy is going to challenge it, and I think he's going to win it. The Red Sox are already coming off the inning, coming off the field, but the Dodgers Muncy will challenge and he'll win it, and this count is now 3-2. So, not so fast, as Muncy immediately knew that was out of the strike zone. And so he's got one more shot at it. So just as Bayo thought he was out, they pulled him back in to get out there to pitch some more. And the count is now 3-2. We're in the 8th inning, 2 outs. 2 on for the Dodgers. The 3-2 pitch to Muncy is fouled off a check swing and fouled at the plate. So that ball, just if Max could only have avoided it, looked like it would have been ball 4, but he just fouled it off. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. 3-2 pitch on the way. Dodgers trailing 8-4. Swung on. There's a little ground ball hit down to the first baseman. Sogard underhands across to Bayo to get Muncy at first, and that'll do it. The 3-1 put out. And the score after 8 complete innings, the Red Sox 8, the Dodgers 4. Just to illustrate how wacky this game has been, the Red Sox, before I get to that point, coming up for the Red Sox in the 9th inning will be Yoshida, Durbin, and Monastasio. He's had quite a game at shortstop. But the point I was going to make, how wacky this game's been, look at the line of it. Red Sox 8 runs, 10 hits, no errors. Dodgers 4 runs, 10 hits, and 2 errors. So the Dodgers have the same amount of hits that the Red Sox do, but the Dodgers got twice as many runs as the Red Sox, and they also have 2 errors too. So if The Dodgers can't come back and win this. They have only themselves to blame. They couldn't get out of their way in the early part of this game, spotting the Red Sox with 3 runs. And then they came up with 4 runs, 1 in the 4th, 3 in the 5th, only to give up 5 in the 7th inning. And that's where they're at now, trailing 8-4. So Cole's still out there. He has thrown, how many pitches? 90 pitches. So as D-Rock said about an hour ago, Doc has thrown the game. The 0-1 pitch, there's a sharp single into right field by Yoshida. Tucker fields it and throws it in, and Yoshida's aboard with his 2nd hit of the game. So it was that gosh darn 7th inning that really snake bit the Dodgers this evening. 5 runs in the 7th. They scored more runs in the 7th inning than the Dodgers have scored all game. Pitch on the way, swung on and lined foul by Durbin. Durbin 1 for 3 with a walk, a single, and 2 runs. Red Sox 8, Dodgers 4, pitches high on Irvin's 93rd pitch. Pitch is outside, changeup. The count is now 1-2. We're in the 9th inning. Red Sox leading 8-4. There's a ground foul. No sign of whom the Dodgers have throwing in the bullpen. Irvin's thrown 95 pitches, no outs. We're in the 9th inning. He's trying to get to the finish line here, but I don't see him getting out of this game with 5 pitches. There's a high fastball, so now the count is 2-2. And there finally we see some bullpen action, and it's Evan Phillips warming up in the Dodger bullpen. Irvin's thrown 96 pitches. And the 2-2 pitch swung on and line, it's a go foul back up into the stands. Two and two the count to Durbin. No outs, runner on first base and Yoshida. There's a line shot, and it's going to go into the corner, and Hernandez, by the time he picks it up, Yoshida is going to hustle on over to third base, and now you got runners at first and third. No, check that. Durbin takes the, it's a double on that, and now runners at second and third with no outs. Pitch is fouled away on the slurve. So Monastasio at the plate now. He's had quite a game with the glove, making 2 outstanding plays at shortstop, and Irvin's now thrown 100 pitches. No outs, runners at second and third, and the 1-1 pitch to Monastasio. Swung on and missed. And the changeup. It's 1-2. So somewhere along the line, Doc had his mind made up. He was not going to dig deeper into his bullpen. There's a ground ball nicely played by Betts, diving, retrieves it, picks up and throws him out at first base. And the runners have to hold pat. And now with 1 out, runners remain at second and third. And now finally Doc comes out of the bullpen to take Irvin out of the game. After 102 pitches, he pats him on the back and sends him on his way. And up, they're going to go to Evan Phillips. So the first time in 2 years he appears in the Major League game, and he throws 102 pitches. And out of the bullpen comes Evan Phillips. When Evan Phillips does come in, he'll be facing Duran. 2 on, 1 out. We're in the 9th inning. Red Sox lead 8-4. We're in the middle of a pitching change. So the game started out moving rather quickly in the first 3 innings. We were into the 5th inning after an hour and 20 minutes. And suddenly, after the 5th, starting the 5th inning, Dodgers got 3 runs in the 5th. The Red Sox got 5 runs in the 7th. And this game is now approaching the 3-hour mark. 2 hours and 50 minutes, 5-0. So in 10 more minutes, we'll be at the 3-hour mark in this game. So Evan Phillips now appearing in his 7th game. He's 0-2 record, 6.75 ERA in his 6.2 innings of work, 9 strikeouts, 1 walk, and he's allowed 4 home runs. So they're going to intentionally walk Durbin. Now they'll load the bases. And up comes Nevias with 1 out. So Carlos Nevias, 0 for 3, hit by pitch, hitting .189, 3 home runs and 9 ribbies, checking in. Phillips, pitch on the way, swung on and missed. And a fastball. It's 0-1. Pitch is low. One and one the count to Nevias. Swung on and a high fly ball. Back is Pages. This will be a scoring fly ball. Pages will make the catch, and Jones is going to tag, running for Yoshida, and score and make it 9-4 right there. And moving over 90 feet are the runners. Now we got runners at second and third. Both runners tag and move up. And up comes Nick Sogard. So Sogard, 1 for 3 with a single and 2 walks and 2 runs. He also struck out on his last appearance. Pitch is high for ball 1. Same two teams going at it tomorrow night at 6:10 local time in LA, 9:10 on the East Coast. 1 ball, no strikes to Sogard. Pitch swung on and a high fly ball, so this should do it for the Red Sox in the 9th. Coming in quickly is Pages. He's got it, and that'll do it. So now the Dodgers, their last chance to go about it as we move to the bottom of the 9th. They'll have Alfonso, Ohtani, and Pages. Let's see if they pull the plug on him, on Alfonso, and have Rushing go out there. Rushing was on deck last inning, but that might have been if they got something started. Let's see what Doc's how he's gonna do this, how he's gonna play it. So we finally have come to the bottom of the 9th in this game, and it's taken us 2 hours and 50 minutes to get here. So Bello is out there yet again. He's thrown 49 pitches, 2 strikeouts in 3 innings of work. So Alfonso will come to the plate. He's 1 for 3, RBI and a RBI single with a run scored, hitting .211. Coming up, facing Bello. The pitch is taken outside for ball 1. So we got the Dominican Bello pitching to the man from Venezuela at the plate. The 1-0 pitch, just a little outside for ball 2. That's a sinker. Dodgers down to their last 3 outs right here, right now, trailing 9-4. .2-0 pitch way inside for ball 3, and now Nevia's coming out trying to give Bello a little pep talk. Let's go, throw strikes. We got 3 more outs to go. We've got a 5-run lead. What are you doing? Red Sox 9, Dodgers 4. And the 3-0 pitch on the way is taken for called strike 1 on the sinker. So it's now 3-1. Ohtani waiting on deck. 3-1 pitch, swung on, and a high fly ball waiting for it in center field is Rafaela. He'll make the catch for out number 1. And up comes Ohtani. Ohtani's last at bat was in the 7th inning after the Red Sox had scored 7 runs. He just went up there, first ball swung, and barely made it to first base. He was out. Let's see how Ohtani treats us now. Pitches, first ball swing in again. Hits down to Sigler at second, to Sogard at first for out number 2. And the Dodgers are down to their last out of the game. And up comes Andy Pages. Andy Pages, 1 for 3 with a walk and a single. Pitch is taken high for ball one, a sinker. Oh, and 1 the count to Pages. Pitch is strike two. 0-2. Suddenly the Dodgers are down to their last strike, trailing 9-4. The 0-2 pitch on the way to Pages. Caught looking for strike three on the sinker, and down goes Pages and the Dodgers. They'll lose it. The final score from Dodger Stadium: the Red Sox will win it 9-4. The totals: Red Sox 9 runs, 12 hits and no errors. The Dodgers 4 runs, 10 hits and 2 errors. Those 2 errors are big. Bayo get the win. He'll now go to 3-6 with a 5.30 ERA. The loss will go to Cole Irvin, his first game in 2 years as a major leaguer. His record will go to 0-1, and his ERA will be 9. Partly because of those 5 runs that he gave up in the 7th inning. So that'll do it from Dodger Stadium. Thank you so much for tuning in to the telecast. Same 2 teams tomorrow at 6:10 start locally in Los Angeles. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Final score from Dodger Stadium: the Dodgers lose to the Red Sox. Red Sox 9, Dodgers 4. Good night now. A pleasant good evening to you wherever you may be.